I want to switch gears and I want to talk about the FBI raids this week on Michael Cohen's office and home in New York. Michael Cohen, of course, the personal attorney for President Trump. You know, President Trump has come out and called this a politically motivated witch hunt. Do we agree? Do we disagree with that? Where do we fall on believing that? I'd like to believe in an ideal utopian society that a prosecutor with information is going to step in and go where an investigation should go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to jump in as a lawyer and play lawyer for a moment. Look, to get a warrant, you have to have probable cause. And that means a judge has to sign off on that warrant. And in this instance, not only did the Southern District of New York execute that warrant, not Mueller's team, but it was after being able to show and prove to a federal judge that there was probable cause for that warrant to be executed. There are very serious questions, evidently, that have been implicated around wire fraud and any other number of potential criminal violations that relate to the materials that were seized in Michael Cohen's hotel room as well as on his computer. So for someone, especially the president, to claim that this is a witch hunt, he should just stop talking about this, because it's bordering on obstruction after obstruction after obstruction. But it's also, it's a proxy attack.
Yeah.
Anytime he's going after the Deputy Attorney General, which is what he did, it's really a proxy attack on Mueller, and that's very dangerous.
It's fun to pretend that every time the president talks that it's obstruction. It's not. And we have to remember what this is stemming from, which is the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election.
That's actually not accurate, though, for the basis of the warrant that was executed.
But we're going off the rails with that investigation. We're finding little bits and pieces of things that are not.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's actually wrong. In fact, when Mueller found whatever it was that he referred to Rosenstein had a choice. He could either expand the scope of the special counsel's investigation, which he declined to do, or he could refer, which is what he did do, this independent issue to the Southern District of New York.
Saying
and the
U.S.
correct, and the U.S. Attorney then made a judgment and determined there was probable cause. A judge concurred there was probable cause, and that's why the warrant was executed.
The key word there was expanded. So it started with Russian interference, and now we've expanded to whatever we can get. I do believe it's a witch hunt.
I'm sorry, again, though, the directive...
Let me cut in right here, because our time is running down with this. I want to put a period on this by saying there's been a lot of speculation about Rosenstein and Mueller possibly being fired by the president. Does Congress have any recourse? Is there any recourse at all for anyone if the president were to step in there and do that?
Congress should pass a law to protect Mueller. Congress should also treat the firing of Rosenstein as if Mueller were also fired. Both should be red lines, and Republicans need to stand up and protect the rule of law.
You get the last word, Tim.
You know, I don't think Congress should get involved at all. I think we should let this investigation settle itself. And the last thing the president should do is fire Mueller or anybody else.
All right, it's a great discussion. Tim Young, Dave Brown, appreciate you guys coming in.
Thanks so
much.